Hi, Michael. Coach Smart from ABC Baseball Camps here to do your hitting evaluation. So let's go. Let's talk about your setup. Okay, so you start open, which is, Michael, that's fine as long as you get back to parallel every time. Okay, let's see how consistent you are. Okay, pretty good there. Okay, so you looks like you're able to do it, so that's no problem then. Let's go back to here, okay. So let's see what happens here when this foot hits the ground. Okay, so you can see how your back foot is, Michael? Okay, that's what your front foot should look like instead of that. Okay, we don't want to let that front foot open up. Okay, that front foot's very, very, very important for you to create as much resistance from your backside to your front side as you can. The more resistance, the more power. More power, more bat speed, all the things that go into that. Okay, so try to keep that front foot closed. From a hand standpoint, you're in a pretty good position there. You're high enough to start a descending blow to the contact area, which is good. I can't tell because your gloves where your grip is at. Just remember, we want it to be lined up, your little knuckles to be lined up. Okay. Let's check out swing plane here. Okay. That's very good, Michael. I wouldn't change that a bit, buddy. You're in pretty good position there from a standpoint of how you take your bat to the baseball. Pretty short stroke. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's talk about where you are at contact, okay? One thing I'd like to see you do a little differently is try to focus on staying on the ball of your foot on that backside so you don't get up on your toes so much. It's harder to exert the amount of pressure you need to hit a ball a long way or hard by driving this knee down with nothing in the ground there on that backside. That backside, your back foot is just your toe in the ground. Try to get your ball, your foot in the ground. Don't push up, push down. Okay? Okay, so but a pretty good job of your backside. I mean, it looks like your leg, you're really trying to push that leg a little bit, which is good. Okay, other good things I see is this. That's in good shape. There's a little bit of we call bowing of the front arm here. Kind of a bended action there. We'd like to see that arm straight. That may have a lot to do with your grip. You're not being lined up a little knuckle to little knuckle of the bat in your fingertips instead of your palm of your hands. Guys that put the bat in the palm of their hands have a tendency to bow that front arm a little bit. One thing I'm not a huge favor of, Michael, is something you do with your front side. I don't like my leg being. I don't like guys that lock their leg out. Okay. It's been my experience that guys that lock their leg out have a tendency to get the ball in the air quite a bit. I'm not a huge favor of that, so I'd like to see a little bit of bend in that. We want to have you hit against a firm, closed front side, and that's a firm, locked out front side. Okay, and just seems to me that guys that do that have a tendency to not transfer the weight, all their weight to the front side. It gets much out of their swing as they do if they didn't do that. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so let's see what happens after contact. Okay, good finish. Good extension there. One hand behind the shoulder. Okay, I got no issues there. That's pretty good. Again, let's go back to contact. Okay, so Michael, one huge thing here, okay, and I want you to look at the big picture now. Don't look at where you are today. Okay, I want you to. I'm hoping you're a really successful hitter right now. Okay, and that's great. But don't focus on that. Don't focus about how good you are. Focus about how good you're going to have to get. in order to play at a high level, if that's what your goals are. Okay, I used to tell my son who's at Tennessee right now, I talk to him all the time about, hey, it's a pretty good game today, but you have any idea how much better you're going to have to get to play at where you want to go? I was always looking ahead to, what was coming down the road. What kind of competition is coming? What kind of pitching are you going to have to face coming down the road here as you get older? So, in that vein, in that light, let's go back to where you are here. Michael, in order to hit balls on the outer half of home plate, and not just make contact, but drive them, you've got to be square longer to home plate. Okay? I can't see your belt because you have your t-shirt over your top, but kind of think about where your belt buckle is right now. Okay? And that's where I want it to be at contact. That you should be hitting the baseball right now. Okay, does that make sense? You should be making contact right now with where your belt, buckle, and chest and head are right now. But instead, you just keep rotating away from the baseball with that front hip. And now your belt buckle's facing the pitcher. And that's okay on balls that are down the middle. That's okay on balls on the inner half. But when they start throwing you balls that aren't down the middle and aren't on the inner half, which they are going to do, because pitchers are taking pitching lessons and doing all those kind of things, and they're going to have more command as you get older if you keep playing long enough. Okay, so we have to be able to counteract that. We have to be able to take that away from that pitcher by hitting that ball the other way. Okay, and I just don't see you being very consistent and having a chance to do that with the approach you're taking to what you're doing from a hitting standpoint. Okay, so really important to try to stay square. I'm going to give you a couple drills that I want you to do. I'm going to put them in the email that I send you with your hitting eval. They're YouTube videos that I've done to help with that. One is called Dead Legs and one is called Split. Do those drills. It should help you get a better feel for how we want your hands to work. Okay? Your hands are built for speed. Your legs are built for power. Okay? We want you to use those hands more and not rotate so much with that upper body. Okay? Okay, Michael, I want you to have a great spring and summer. Good luck. And we'll see you at the next ABC baseball camp. Thank you.